Hello everybody. I've seen if this is streaming or not. Says I've got a couple watchers. Got the box cutter. Well, I have wanted one of these for a very long time. Got to start the other camera here. Cotty is out here. I'll show you her. Yeah, we've got Cotty. She's just watching. She's my stalker. Okay. To bring you guys content, this is a new tool. We're gonna unbox this. Not sure. It's just that I got 3 watchers. If I have good audio, give me a thumbs up in the chat. I need more coffee. It is 8:30 in the morning. Well, okay, like I said, I wanted one of these for a long time. This would have been very, very helpful in 2020. I do have it on the pallet jack, so I can have roll around if I need it. So let's just get to it, right? I will link in the description. Get this strap here. Okay, one strap's done. We're committed. Uh-oh. Cotty didn't get her food.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Okay. Sometimes Alexa's scary. Yeah, the seller packaged this up pretty well. Nice strapping. It's got metal clamps. So this is a gamble, but the price was super right. So yeah, I was kind of worried initially when I got it because the price was way lower than it should have been, but it ended up being okay. The seller took off for a week to Vegas, out of all places. I'm like, oh boy. Okay, let's get rid of this string crap. Yeah, I don't know how useful this is going to be right now, but it might be useful in the future. Nobody's chatting. Yeah, 3 watchers. I'll take it. Analytics said 8 in the morning. When I should have had a lot of viewers on, but I take that with a grain of salt. Thankfully, I'm going on a dump run here. Probably this weekend. Cardboard gets burned. I need coffee. I will mute it so you don't hear me slurping. Okay. Coffee. Yeah. It gets expensive bringing y'all content for my few viewers. When I see a machine, get to the back. Maybe I should have given myself more room. There we go. Oh, Cotty's upset. I'm making noise. We're taped up. Decent packing. Use nice thick double wall cardboard. This seller's pretty good. Yeah, these things, I believe they started out around 60,000. I don't know. This one I believe they started making this one in 2014. Alright, so this is just going to be pretty much unboxing. I've got other things I got to do today. I will do another video doing some testing. I'll knock the camera. Yes, Bill, I am streaming. I hope it started right. I was having some technical difficulties last night. Ooh, I see stuff. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Okay, it's going to probably drop this piece. It's going to reveal. I will link in the description the spec sheet on this machine. And there it is. This is a BPM Microsystems Automated Programming System. It's basically a CNC machine that picks up a chip, a tape feeder, and it puts it into the programmer. It programs it, and then it'll either put it into a tray, or you can get a tape and reel and put it into tape. Ooh, it is dusty. So, I guess this machine came from Qualcomm. Yeah, when the truck arrived, the guy had this loaded in like 2 or 3 minutes. So, okay, this weighs about 400 pounds. What do we have inside? That's the question. Okay, I'm gonna assume we have some cables. Yes, okay, we got cables. That looks like VGA, USB extension, and powers. We have a light. Good, I needed some more bubble wrap. I just ran out packing a package last night. I'm gonna assume this here is just a standard monitor. And it's just a common industrial Dell monitor. This was an interesting looking keyboard. It's kind of cool. It's got a touchpad. I don't know where I'm gonna push this. It's gonna go in here somewhere. Because here is the CO2 fiber laser. It's 100 watt. I still need to update the controller in it. And I've got the Lightburn software and everything. I just haven't had time. Okay, this is air system. Assume this is for tension on the to tension up the reels. I think this was set up to respool the chips on tape. It didn't come with that attachment, but I've seen one or two of them on SMTnet. What? Really? You want Pat? Oh, she's being annoying. Okay, here, you get to see. Okay. Okay. Looks like this is one of the tape feeders. I'm going to assume it takes 15 millimeter. Wonder if these are similar to other pick and place machines. So this is another one. I'm just curious what's on the computer. Okay. Down here. Okay, this is going to be the monitor mounts. Okay, monitor and keyboard mounts. Don't know what cameras are in this, because they're saying some of the cameras were obsolete, but the upgrades were available. But you guys probably want to see inside this thing. Well, there are the slots for the programmers, or the programming sites. There's 3 of them in this unit. I think it can take up to 4. They'll have an FVE 4AS MR 48 QFNS. Those are QFN adapters. There's one of the cameras. So it looks like it's in pretty decent condition. All I need to do is unplug this camera. So We unboxed it. Goal accomplished. Now to get it off the pallet and get it cleaned up. It is really dirty. I mean, it's not the cleanliest place, but just to show you. I don't think it's showing up on the video. Take a. It's real dirty. But as to be expected with surplus gear. I'm not going to sit here and clean the whole darn thing with on a live stream. I could. But the computer looks like it's got a rack mount on the side here.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Well, so I will get this unloaded from the pallet. Yeah, it looks like this stuff here went out this side to be able to, when you're done programming the chip, it would take it from the little tapes and it would put it back into a tape. So I might have to find one of those or remove this and just go with, you know, IDC trays. Here's one. This is a chopped up one. I got one right here. You know, go with little trays. So you could have, you know, 2 trays sitting in here. Yeah, but come over and pick up one, put it in, and drop it back on another tray. So even that, if you're doing, back in 2020, doing 5,000 a month, this is supposed to do 1,100 per hour. So, and the trays come in all different sizes. This is another tray. And you can get other trays. Here's another tray of chips. So this also has an option for a tray feeder. So you just stack up your trays, it feeds them in and kicks them back out. So but yeah, getting adapters for this. Bill, that's one of the questions I'm trying to figure out right now, how I'm going to get it off the pallet. I do have straps and a cherry picker. If I had a forklift, it'd be easier, but so I now have 5 viewers. Well, everybody, if you weren't watching, I started the stream a little late, but I have it unboxed. And what is it? It is a BPM Microsystems 3800 MK2 Automated Programming System. It's a robot that it's basically a pick and place machine, if you know what a pick and place machine is. That instead of dropping the chip on a circuit board, it drops it in a programmer. Let me drop the spec sheet in the chat. There's the spec sheet. More coffee. So far, last month I started my 48th journey around that big yellow ball in the sky. So far it's going to be turn out to be a good journey this trip. It looks like it's a well-built machine. This is supposed to be made in America. So, made here in the USA. US digital on a stepper motor there. Cola Morgan, another made in USA. The camera here is Allied Video Technologies. 42nd week of 2014 on that camera. There's a date code. Just trying to see if there's any. Let's see, does it have a data sheet down here? Yeah, we've got something down here. September 2015. So this was manufactured less than 10 years ago. I will snag a photo of that while I'm thinking of it, or I will forget. Okay, now I can read it. My eyes aren't what they used to be, man. I got my first pair of spectacles when I was about 37 years old. So I've been about 11 years ago. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that. That's the data sheet. So it's an FP 3800 MK2. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to figure out how to get this off the pallet. Better start getting this stuff off. Yeah, I wonder, BPM Microsystems are really proud of their equipment. It shows in their pricing. This here is a wonderful, wonderful programmer. There's another BPM. The older units used to have multiples of these in them. Yeah, these are awesome programmers. They're very, very accurate in their pulse width. If you want to do any work with aviation or government, you're going to have to go with something like this. The Zeltex, you can get away with using some of that, but if you want precision and accuracy and reliability, it's BPM. I mean, they support a lot of devices. They don't kill your adapter after 50,000 cycles. Until you have to buy a new one. You just replace the socket and reset your counts. Zeltex are awesome programmers. I've been using them for years, and never had issues with those either. This is a 6100 6100N. These are awesome programmers. Recommend these two. If you can run across a BPM, grab it, because the adapters are really inexpensive on the secondhand market. If you can get a Zeltec, you can get these magic adapters. They're about the same cost as one adapter, and you can make your own adapters. So this device here, it has about 110,000 different chips. The BPM Microsystems, 40,000. So you'll get more device support out of a Zeltec than that, or the other BPM. But with the BPM, you'll get support for odd devices. There's a lot of like automotive chips that the BPM supports that the Zeltec there's FPGAs that the BPM will support, and Zeltec just flat out says we're not adding it. The hardware is not capable. So you can't just have one programmer. You have to have multiple if you're into any chip programming for a business. I've got now old data IOs that you've seen me unbox. I'm gonna totally refurbish them inside and out. That way they're 100% reliable, because I sent a quote to have a device that was made in the 80s that had wide support over like every programmer in the 80s through the early 90s. BPM came back at around $2,000. I'll post the quote on the in the description. That's just insane. For $2,000, you can buy like a BProg 2 and an adapter and get the support for that, and save yourself $1,000 and get support for other devices that this or the other one won't. They charge what, $10,000-$11,000. I said they're proud of their equipment. They charge on their website $11,000 for that. It's expensive. I think they were $6,000 5 or 6 years ago, but they're soon to be obsolete. I'm curious what this sold for new. All the information I can find online is anywhere between 60 and 80,000 ish. They started at about 60,000. So I'm not sure if that was with one site, two sites, three sites, four sites. Looks like the construction, they're using Japanese linear rails. Says Japan in there. Okay. Well, I got a mess to clean up now. Yeah, I was going to sit down, but I buried my tall stool over there. But I'm excited to get this thing up and running. It'll be an adventure. I don't know if you can convert it from tape to tray easily. They're pretty proud of their technical support too. I can tell the grease in it is pretty dried up in there on the rail. Yeah, like I said, I'm very, very curious as to what's on the computer. If it came from Qualcomm, there might be some interesting goodies on the computer. So I'll make this video public. I don't have to edit me another video, but I will probably do a video of the truck driver that delivered this from Peninsula. I think it was Peninsula Truck Lines. He was totally awesome. They were supposed to call me about 30 minutes prior to arrival. It never made the bill of lading, so they just showed up. I got a notice the night before that said my shipment was going to be delayed, so I continued about my day. As I was getting ready to go to an appointment with the wife, the truck showed up. I was like, oh man. But the driver was awesome. He backed it up, let me set up my camera, and came in so I can get the truck pulling up shot. He was awesome. So I will definitely be doing that video of it arriving and him using his powered pallet jack to push it up the drive. He was really awesome. So. Well, I want to say the unboxing is finished. That's been about 45 minutes. Once I get it off the pallet and get it all plugged in and the monitor all hooked up, everything, I will see what I can do. Make a couple videos on it, maybe. If you guys want videos on it. I know this is a pretty niche, small community, chip programming, but nobody really does videos on this type of scale of programming. But I said this gets expensive bringing y'all this content, so we will end this stream.